in the book of Ephesians. Oh, God, I love this. We wrestle not with people, but with principalities and powers, unseen things, rulers of the darkness of this world. Talking about the devil. He's a very real devil.
And these people would see something called the shadow people consistently. They were three-dimensional shadows that would enter their rooms at night, follow them around, and usually show up at the foot of their bed and be staring down at them. They never spoke. And I noticed, and I actually used this clinically, if they saw their eyes, they were in much worse shape than if they didn't. The majority of them never saw the eyes. If they did see eyes on these shadow people, they were either lime green or they were red. Neither color is not something I'd want to meet somebody with eyes of that color. I mean, right away, it just kind of sends chills up your back.
The experience of the psychedelic realm is more vivid than regular life, which is real strange. You're being confronted with something that's insanely alien, just alien to everything that you know to be true. And then there's all these things around you that seem to be alive, and they seem to be talking to you and communicating to you. The last time I did it was a bunch of jokers. They were mocking me.
That's partly why things are deeply mysterious. I mean, Rick Strassman, he terrified himself right out of the DMT research, as far as I could tell, because all his subjects came back and said, well, you know, I went somewhere else and saw aliens. It's like, well, it was a dream. No, sorry, wasn't a dream. It was way more real than any dream. In fact, it was actually more real than life. Well, what do you do with that? I mean, it's beyond comprehension.
If there's one thing we can say for certain about the belief in demons and demonology, it is, beyond doubt, a universal belief. There is not a single tribe or culture anywhere on Earth that has not, at least in the past, given sizable cultural credence to the concept of such non-human intelligence, which is often malevolent to humanity and which exists within an invisible world just outside the five sense perceptions of human beings.
About that time, I was reading a book written by the shaman Miguel Ruiz, who was talking about these entities that enter people's minds and tell them bad things, and that they were energy parasites. Now, one thing I'd noticed was that every time these voices attacked a patient, their energy level would drop down to almost nothing. And here they are laying in bed all night. They're not exerting themselves physically at all, but in the morning after being attacked by these things, they were so weak, a lot of them couldn't even get up to go eat breakfast. So he comes in, he sits down, and I said, well, what is it they have to say? And I'll never forget this. His voice tone changes just a little bit lower, and these words come out of his mouth. You have no right to interfere with our way of life.
You have no right to interfere with our way of life.